Hello, everyone, and welcome to February's Moody Talk. I hope that you had a chance to go back to January's and learn a little bit about anger and the coping skills that you can use with them. This February, I've decided to choose jealousy. So I chose jealousy because it happens to be the month of love. And people can start to feel that jealousy if they feel that their romantic relationship is being compromised by someone, or that you may lose something, that somebody's going to take it from you, and that's jealousy. So jealousy is different from envy. Envy is more that you're envious of somebody's like career or friendships or something like that. Jealousy really hits home with relationships, how you react to people talking to your loved ones and taking time away from you with your loved ones, or taking something from you that you truly feel you deserve to have and keep. Okay, so going to go into the first talk as I normally do. I'm going to do descriptive words, also body sensations, and also what reactions we may have and what actions and what could happen when jealousy pops up. I think jealousy is a really, really hard emotion, because sometimes we're like, oh, I'm not jealous of anyone, but you don't realize that inside you may have that little tickle when you're with a loved one and somebody else starts to take time away from you with them. So let's start. Descriptive words for jealousy. We have possessive, suspicious, self-protective, rivalrous, defensive, mistrust, clinging, and fearful of losing. Okay, so what we're going to do is what we normally do every month. We're going to put this on a word scale for intensity, because it's really good to understand what words you use for jealousy and how intense they are. So if you're thinking that word while you're feeling jealous, you can understand the intensity of how you're feeling that jealousy. So I like to put the words that I use on a word scale. So I chose for like mistrustful is going to be in the lower end. Suspicious, again, a little bit on the lower end. Then we get to defensive, and then clinging. And I feel like clinging is kind of in the middle, because you're physically taking an action where you're making sure that they hear you, that you're there with them and you're kind of in their face, right? Self-protective gets a little higher up there. Fearful of losing. Then possessive gets pretty close on my scale to the highest intensity, as well as rivalrous, right? Because those are definitely like more intense feelings of what you want to do, right? So let's talk about body sensations and experiences when you're jealous, okay? So you may feel breathless because you're, like reacting to someone taking something from you, whether it's time away from a loved one or something specifically, like work. If you had something that you liked to do and somebody else took it, right? Fast heartbeat and choking or lump in the throat when you're trying to talk. So here are some experiences. You feel rejected because that person or that thing that you really like is suddenly not 100% yours. Needing to control, feeling possessive, and also feeling like no one cares. Where you get that really, really down feeling that what you had is no longer 100% yours. And so you get jealous about another person taking that from you. Okay. So his expressions and actions for jealousy. So jealousy, I feel like, is a really, really rough emotion, because sometimes I think a lot of people think that anger is the one that's out of control, but I feel like jealousy is the one that's out of control at times, that we need to kind of pull back from, because we can do some really strange things when we feel jealous, like accusations of disloyalty. That comes up. Threats of violence when it's really super intense. Spying on someone. Interrogating that person about their whereabouts, what they were doing, who they were with. Love bombing because you feel like you have to give that extra to make sure that they're yours. And then evidence collecting, where you're going around. It's the same, kind of the same as spying, but more, in the physical sense, where you have something to go on the attack to someone, to show that how jealous you are. Okay, so those are like the body sensations, our expressions, the intensity of our words. And I think that that's really important to do. I put all of the worksheets on my website. You'll be able to get them at mymoodymonster.com along with this video. And I suggest the blank worksheets, print them out, because you can do your own work in that sense, where you choose the jealousy words and put them, on the page, and then choose that intensity. I think that's really, really important to do, so that when you're moving forward with talking about coping skills and that sort of thing, you know how intense you're feeling something. So jealousy. What do you guys think? I'd like to hear about your feelings on jealousy, if you think that you are a jealous person. I tend to think I'm not a jealous person, but you never know. There are times in your life where you could very much feel, that you're not being taken care of in a way that you used to be, and maybe someone is taking that from you. So that's jealousy. I will talk to you guys next week with Moody Talk 2, and we'll talk about some coping skills, that kind of thing. Have a good week. Bye.